tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that to me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here we go. Flying in.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
On second down, here's Fournette. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
There we go. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike, 45. Come on, D.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Tight ends right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now Prescott. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in.
All day, every day.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Flip. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
1st down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
A first down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and the ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Just like that. Shoot! Shoot!
Here we go, 46.
It's been a long day for you. 6 guys. Check.
Hey, kill.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Check. Fresno.
Kill.
Match box. Right.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans.
and Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Here's Barber, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Yo.
Here we go, 46.
45. Mike, 45.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Prescott. That would complete to D.D. Westbrook. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
Here we go. I got him. Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, and that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's going to have the first down past the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Jameis now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They go play action. Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
4th down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. A pass there complete to Westbrook. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. Now he's forced out and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Play action now, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt to tell my offense right here.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Max 50, Max 50. You get blocked, Nate. You got it.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a catch right side by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 50.
Face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Get that quarterback. Flip. 44. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That's good for a Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pick it up. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 47.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Switch. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go again.
They'll go again to Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Winston now finding Godwin, complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Here we go, 46. 46.
First down, Prescott. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, kill.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
45. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he finds Howard complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jones. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Winston. Evans has it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill.
Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Hey.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Watch 25. Watch 4. All day, baby. All day.
Barber on first and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Calais Campbell on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Once again, it's Barber. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Lynch has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He sets to fire deep. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing. Prescott. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
SOS.
Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, B. Here we go, 46. Step it up. 45's the mic. Watch the run. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bucs, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaw.